Hello everyone, my name is ABA Pickle and welcome back to Second Extinction Tips and Tricks Part 7. Today we are doing another one of those juicy weapon reviews, and today it's going to be over the Carbine rifle. So last video I did a little fan review with this build right here, maxed out crit, perk line, +1 impact and +1 stability. Today we're going to be showing what build I was recommending it be changed to. So we're going to take off stability, we're going to take off those 4 crit there, and we're going to add explosive rounds. Now there are a bunch of abilities in this game where holding the fire button will do something different when you're aiming down sights. You got the shotgun with the dragon's breath, you have this with the explosive rounds, and it's just these perks are good when you use them. So explosive rounds is a little bit busted right now, and this is why this video is called the most OP Carbine build there is. I'm going to show it to you in just a second here. But to give you a little preface for it, imagine being able to completely destroy a T-Rex in under a minute. This is absolutely ridiculous. So I'm going to hop into a match real quick and show you just how ridiculous this build is. So the build you're going to want weakness exploitation, lead poisoning, and then explosive rounds. So what this does is the lead poisoning will poison them, which makes them more susceptible to damage. Because I actually figured out what it does. I just had to actually read. Weakness exploitation. Enemies take critical damage when staggered or have a status effect. So they will have a status effect every once in a while. They will be staggered a lot because these stagger at a ridiculous rate. So we're going to hop in now to some gameplay and I'll show you guys what it's like. And of course we're going to be going back to Vestige because that is a guaranteed T-Rex fight. And we're going to be doing it on Sane yet again. And we're going to be trying to kill this T-Rex as quickly as possible. So I'm going to be choosing Ortega here. And I'm going to be using the Carbine rifle, and I'm going to be bringing the revolver. So the revolver is the next weapon I'm going to be showing you a build for. So basically all you want is you're just going to want idle hands and quick draw. Those are the 2 perks you're going to want on this thing to make sure that it is perfect for this build. Okay, so here's your first example of how broken this explosive rounds is. That entire pack of raptors almost completely decimated with 1 explosive round. There was like 2 that survived. This little tiny explosive round, right now, this might not last long. They might patch this out soon. So get this build going and try and get your insane builds perfectly done. Because like, look at this. It's just not fair to the dinos sometimes. Now there is another build. You can take off weakness exploitation and put on resourcefulness or resourceful on the carbine rifle, and it will actually, for each kill, even if you just explode it, it will get you a bullet back into your magazine, which, if you're firing at a T-Rex and a raptor gets too close to it, that's its own fault. So, okay, so we're just gonna get ourselves a thing in here. We're gonna show you how quickly you can kill the T-Rex with this carbine build. So here's the DPS queen. Oh fuck. Everyone look away. I'm just staying low so the T-Rex doesn't see me. Yeah. Yep. Even though I'm going down, there's substantial damage being dealt to that T-Rex. Look at him, he's already got me down again. Oh my gosh. This is the problem with Insane sometimes. You just keep on getting downed over and over and over again. Alright, we're gonna heal up here and go back in. Let's see. As you can see, even though I went down, I was able to take out the T-Rex basically extremely fast, and then any raptors that come after me now are gonna have to deal with me as well. And I'll be able to deal with them a whole lot better than they'll be able to deal with me. So if I just keep on avoiding them like this is gonna be easy pickings. So while I do think Jurgen does definitely have a point for being the person that goes solo on this, Ortega just has that damage boost, which against the T-Rex specifically, for single target damage, you cannot beat Ortega's DPS. It's just a ridiculous output, and it's just too much fun being able to just absolutely obliterate everything. Those Pexy static raptors, no longer pesky. Because you don't actually have to hit them even though they're dodging your inputs, which I think is a little bit bullshit myself, but you know. But I will show a little bit more gameplay here soon of I'm gonna skip to a little bit less difficult of a mission to just show you a better example, because on Insane I got down 3 times, but I still killed the T-Rex faster than I did with the other build. Which, that should be saying something. Like, most of the time that I was spending against that Rex, I was down. Alright, so I'm still on Insane difficulty here, but we're gonna jump into this little enraged emergency event. So, I'm gonna show you how quickly I can just decimate any amount of raptors or any big boys. Okay, bull taken care of. Okay, bull's taken down again. When placed properly, you absolutely annihilate whatever gets in your way, which is this is without a doubt probably not how the bullets are supposed to be intended to, or the explosive rounds to be. They're definitely not supposed to be this big of an explosive radius. It's a bit ridiculous, without a doubt. But right now, that's how it's coded into the game, and that's the only assumption I can make is this is how it's supposed to work. So, yeah, while it's like this, highly recommend using it. There we go. So yeah, that is the easiest way to solo one of those things. Even on Insane difficulty, I barely broke a sweat. The explosive rounds carbine is basically a better grenade launcher. So there's, like I said, there's one interchangeable perk on there, and that is resourceful, being put on instead of the weakness exploitation, mainly just because you get so many bullets in the magazine before you have to reload. You don't really have to worry about it, which can help with your damage output that way as well. Other than that, this weapon has become my main weapon to use, especially when I was just grinding for resources and I needed something to kill things quickly. Man, the T-Rex doesn't stand a chance against this build at all. Because I was in such close quarters with it in its cave, that's why I ended up going down really quickly. But even so, like, even though I got downed 3 times or 4 times in a row, I was still able to just absolutely obliterate it. So there's a T-Rex right here, and we're just gonna show you what happens when I'm in an open area against it. There goes the T-Rex. It's as easy as that. So, this is without a doubt the best T-Rex killing build there is. Is it gonna get nerfed? Without a doubt. Did I use it to fully upgrade all my weapons and get a bunch of resources to stockpile for other weapons when they release? Abso-fucking-lutely. So, they put it in the game. Oop, hello? Alpha Raptor? Alright. Well, so this has been my little Carbine review. Besides this build, the Carbine is a pretty decent weapon on its own. As you've seen, there's the other build with the weakness exploitation and the Black Widow to spread poison around, making everything vulnerable to damage, and that's a really good build still. So once they nerf the explosive rounds on it, I'll be using that build without a doubt. So I will be putting that build at the end of this video here to finish it off. And I'll also put a little link to the video where I used it, so you can see what happens with that build on Insane on Vestige. Compared to other builds, that is still a very, very solid build to take down the T-Rex with. I think I was able to take down the T-Rex a lot faster than I was because it seemed to cause the T-Rex to, like, you know, get not stumbled, but like stunned a little bit. And I was able to just pump damage into it with the static rounds of the SMG and stun it that way as well. So the Carbine rifle, at the start, once you first unlock it, is going to seem extremely lackluster. And for the most part, it is. If you don't have a good build on it, this is a very underwhelming weapon. But once you actually are able to get the proper parts to it and the perks and upgrades, this is a very formidable weapon and definitely one that I will be using for a while. Even after the explosive rounds is nerfed, it'll still be a good weapon. There are multiple builds that are good on this, so if you invest in this thing, it's an investment well placed. That's all I can really say. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll put that other build up there for you real quick, and see you guys in a second. Alright, so here's that other weapon build I was talking about. That wasn't the explosive round build. So we're just going to take all this off here. We're going to max out the crit perk entirely, put 1 on stability. So it's going to be maxed out crit, 1 on impact, and 1 on stability. But if you want, you can take off the stability here, and you can put it on weapon drilling, which increases your reload speed after you get a kill, which, to be honest, is a lot better. But I'm pretty sure the person that did the weapon that submitted the build didn't have it unlocked yet. So that is what I would recommend, actually change it up, but still using this build. So basically you have weakness exploitation here, and that makes it so when they stagger or have a status effect, they get critical damage. Lead poisoning gives them the status effect. Black Widow confirms that if you get a critical hit on someone, it gives them that status, which is phenomenal. And infectious is whenever you kill the enemy in a large radius, it spreads like corona. So this is a good area of effect build. I've also noticed when they're poisoned, it does end up, you know, staggering them a little bit, like they're out of breath or they got an upset tummy. You need Tums. But until then, until they nerf it though, this is the build I 100% recommend. This is ridiculous. Now, the one thing I did say you can interchange was taking off weakness exploitation and putting it on resourcefulness. It refills your magazine like crazy, and if you're playing Ortega, it can result in some pretty crazy DPS. The lead poisoning already exposes them and weakens them a little bit for you. You just get rid of a little bit of the weakness exploitation, which, you know, that it's really just depending on what you want to build. So yeah, I prefer weakness exploitation because it does that little extra bit of damage. But if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, join my Discord server if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Oh, fuck!